Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase we're going to be looking at the 1985 Deluxe Insecticon Barrage. What we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes. We're also going to have a look at the artwork and packaging on the box, and as usual I'll make you aware of things that you need to be looking out for if you're after purchasing one yourself. Let's get started then. So you can already see, I might as well start with things that you need to be aware of if you're after one yourself. One of the main common faults that you get with these is the joints there do get very loose. This is supposed to hold up in place like that, and as you can tell and see, mine is incredibly loose. So that's a big thing straight away, to be honest. Obviously it will detract away from the robot mode. Sometimes, if I'm being honest, I put a tiny bit of blue tack behind there just to hold it in place so I can display like that until I get another one much better. So let's have a quick look at the figure. So good use of the colour scheme, yellow and green. You can tell sort of that he's an insect with what look like antennae coming at the top of his head. But the good thing about this Deluxe Insecticon is a lot of all the legs you can see under there, they're all folded away and folded into the back of his legs. So although it is an insect and you can tell that he is an Insecticon, he hasn't got the main problem which all the others have, of the fact that the legs are, as I say, the insect legs are all over the place and all around the back. Other things to be aware of is that this is one of a, well, quite poseable to be fair. He's got a lot of articulation. You can bend the knees backwards and forwards. The arms can come up and down and out to the side as well. So it's a good figure, as I say, to be able to do all that with, especially for its time. Again, 1985, 4 Deluxe Insecticons released to coincide with the other 3. If we spin him round, you can see that he's got wings basically on the back, because in his alternate mode, he is, of course, a rhinoceros beetle. I won't give you the correct terminology for the name of that, but what I'll do in a second is I will transform him. I'm going to do this off camera, unfortunately, because as you can already tell, he is quite loose and they are quite fragile, so I don't really want to damage him whilst I'm doing that. So I'm going to quickly now just transform him, and I'll be back in a second. Okay then, I've just transformed him into his rhinoceros beetle mode, and again, I'm sorry for doing it off camera, but I have to be completely honest, I think that that's probably the first time I've transformed this guy. He was incredibly stiff and tight, and I didn't want to break or damage any of the legs. So you can now see that we've got these 6 legs that have sort of appeared from out of nowhere, to be fair. They really have managed to, as I say, hide them away as part of the robot mode very well. And as I was pulling these out, heart was in mouth, because these are on little rotators as well, and they're very stiff. Quite a complex transformation, I think, because of that, to be honest. But I really like the alternate mode. It does look good. The fact that you can pose the wings up as well, it makes it a really good feature. And of course, as I say, they have got all the legs, so you need to be aware of them. You wouldn't even know, to be fair, if you were buying one of these and it was posed and it was what's the word I'm after, sorry, just displayed in robot mode, whether it had all the legs. So if you are after one yourself, please ask obviously for pictures of it in all of its modes, because these 2 legs either side were hidden in the back of the leg. If I turn it around, in the back of this leg there, so again you wouldn't have seen that at all, and the way they just fold out. And I already showed you that these 2 were hidden underneath the chest. So yeah, please be aware of that. If you're after buying one yourself, you do want to see him in both of his modes for that reason. The 2 weapons that he comes with are like a mini sort of sword, pistol, and then the other gun there. So if you need them complete, they're what you're after. And we'll have a quick look at the packaging now. Ironically enough, I haven't even got any, as I say, standard Hasbro packaging. I've got, well, it is Hasbro, I know, but it's the Canadian variant, not the, as I say, full UK or USA version. So this was brought at Miracle Mart by the looks of it, reduced from 16 Canadian dollars down to $7.50. Somebody got a bargain with that. This is mint and seal box, so it's not open, so that's why I did the transformation and didn't just pull that one out. We'll have a quick look on the back. So the big difference obviously with the Canadian variants is that you've got the dual language. If I bring it a bit closer, you can make out the dual language at the top. But you've got the battle scene on the back there, where you've obviously got, as I say, the Dinobots and the Insecticons. So the battle scene really from 1985. And again, it's a nice piece of artwork. These are, especially in the UK, I've mentioned it with Chop Shop, and I'll probably mention it, of course, with all the rest of them. These were never released, so they are hard to get hold of in the UK. I believe they're becoming more and more difficult to get hold of on the secondary market. You don't really see them very often, and even in all your major websites like your Transformerland, etc., they're always, you know, quite well priced, quite high, so they are getting more and more sought after. So anyway, I hope you had hope you enjoyed looking at him. He is quite an odd and a rare figure, and again with a very, very interesting alternate mode, as mine just completely collapses now. There we go. But yeah, as I say, thank you very much for subscribing, and take care.